All right, welcome back to the channel. Today, I have a very, very special video for you guys. I'm here with Nick, who is a fitness coach and has been absolutely crushing it. So we've been working together for just under less than 2 months now,
Yeah.
and he went from 5 to 10K a month to he's done 30K in the last 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
After ripping ads, plugging into the setter. So Nick, thanks so much for coming on, brother. It's a pleasure.
Thank you for having me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I saw your video with Adrian, I was watching it, and I was like, and I know you get this all the time, but I was like, I'm gonna be on a fucking YouTube video. So it's here. And it happened faster than I thought. So I'm stoked and um I'm happy to be here.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. I do hear that fairly often as well, but it's just so cool and so special for me to like
Yeah,
actually doing these. I just love them.
for
So
sure.
yeah, I appreciate you hopping on. But yeah, man, you mind just kind of giving a little background, quick little rundown of kind of like who you are, what you do, and how long you've been in the game for and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. My name is Nick, and I have been in the online fitness space for the last 3 years. And I have been fucking in the organic grind for so damn long. Um, I've done good, right? I've done good, but man, I've been like a glorified like freelance coach. Like I've never felt like there's always been something in my subconscious that was like, man, like I don't know if I can do this the rest of my life. Like a good month for me was like fuck, like hopefully I can make this last. And it's like I didn't know when I was going to get something. When I did get something, it was like each call that I got felt do or die. Like if that call like said, if it was a no, or like it felt like I had to land that call because they're so few and far between. Like each call mattered, right? And I was grinding like organic content. My coaches post 2 times a day, post like your entire document your entire life. So it was just a constant struggle to actually have a to make this my fucking, life and be confident that I'm gonna be safe and secure with my job. you know?
Yeah. I It pains me to hear that, man, because I hear it so often. Like almost every sales call I have, it's like kind of the same thing, especially with the fitness guys too. It's like every fitness business coach is just saying send more cold DMs or like post in more groups or just wait for more content to go viral. And I just see people stay stuck for years. And it's disgusting. So
Bro,
um
I legit, sorry for cutting you off. I'm still in like a mentorship, just like my organic coach. Like I'm still in the Facebook groups and all that. And I saw a post the other day, and one of the coaches in there was just like, listen, if you have time to do X, Y, and Z, you have time to post 2 times a week, proof, value, connection, or 2 times a day. I mean, and I literally just wanted to, like, I was like, back in the day, that would have made me feel like shit because if I didn't post 2 times a day, um, even though I know I'm good at what I do, so it just still like I laugh and I want to just go laugh in all of their faces. But I mean, like, listen, I wouldn't do that, because I do think a part of it is like it's kind of fucked up. Like organic is it's just there's so many people out there who could be making a lot more money.
yeah.
Yeah.
That said, how are things now? What's life looking like? What's the daily routine? Like what are the activities you're doing it every day? And what's that look like?
So life right now. So I'm gonna be honest, and this is like full transparency. Like I am not here. Like so ever since joining Jeremy's like program, right? The people in there fucking just level you up. So right when I came in, I hired an editor, right? Nick. And he is somebody that you push me onto. He handles business like a boss. So there's no like at first for me, finding an editor was always like this dude is like a glorified freelancer, doesn't know what he's doing. There's no structure. So Nick got me going with my content, which is like I don't have to worry about that anymore. So that was a great start. Second was the a setter. So listen, my day to day right now, all I do is take calls. I literally take calls all day, and am now thinking about the future and how I can fucking scale this, what I do, into like an actual like powerhouse, right? I've always wanted to do that, but I never thought it was possible subconsciously. And so my day to day right now is just taking calls, man, taking calls and providing a good service for my clients. And I now have the opportunity to focus on being a good coach, because before it was literally just like, man, how can I get a call, or how can I couldn't focus on my clients. Does that make sense? And so here's one thing that I also do. I go off tangents a lot. So I apologize for that. But my day to day is full of calls, constant fucking leads, like literally constant conversations. And I'll be honest with you, I never since joining with you, man, I've never felt like a lack of like, am I going to make money? I haven't felt that sense. And
Hmm.
that's a really good feeling, man. And so many people out there could feel that if they just did the right shit and hired you, of course.
I'd love to get your thoughts on like the simplicity of the process too, because I know like simplicity is something that I really focus on. I stress like just my life, my business, everything I do. Um, and a lot of people like overcomplicate things, but I know like with you specifically, you've literally just like you've just taken it, you've ran with it, you've just done it, and then it's just absolutely printing now. So yeah, what's been your experience like kind of like going through the program initially and then just like kind of building the foundations to then start seeing results?
Yeah, so actually, this is super a really important point to me, because when you come from an organic space, right, everything is overcomplicated, because people have lack of calls and have lack of business. So it's like, how can I fill my lack of calls with complicated, like busy work, right? So simplifying it, right? When you have more calls, what you want to do is focus on how you can make your program better. And what you've done is you've made your program really fucking great. So I'm going to be honest with you. What I've done is simply replicated that. So I have like an onboarding in school with my clients where I have OBS. I literally make the process so simple for them. I get very little questions on the front end. And it's just very simple. Like um, ads, setter, call, onboard your clients, and have a good fucking product. That's it. It's literally it. Um, it doesn't need organic is literally filling a void of busy work because there's no calls.
Well said. Very well said. Um, yeah, man, it's pretty wild. Like when you do the right things, you don't actually have to do a lot, right? Especially because
No.
like with you, like you're like the prime example of somebody going in, stuck in the organic grind when you start, going in and then just adding leverage to your business one by one. So for example, like editing and content, that sucks. That was the first thing we did, outsource that, buy back your time. And then from there, launch some ads. Boom. Now you're starting to get leads coming in hot every single day, consistently. They're just coming, right? And then you don't have to fight for scraps. You don't have to go fight for the leads every day. And then plug in a setter. So now you don't even have to do anything to book the calls. You're just like, you literally just like spend money on ads and then there's showing up on your calendar. So it's really cool for me to kind of see that because it's just been like to the T by the book, you implementing and just taking action. And it's just absolutely crushing. I'd love to get your opinion and kind of get your take on like the quality of the leads too. Cause I know quality is something that a lot of people struggle with, right? They're like, oh, my leads are broke, or like, I just don't have enough like qualified leads and stuff like that. What's been the difference between like the leads that you get via like organic and like cold outreach and stuff like that versus the ones from the ads? Are they better? Are they worse? Do they have money? Do they not? What does that look like?
So here's my honest opinion, and I really do think this is where you being a good at what you do. This is literally comes down to being good at what you do. Everybody has money. Obviously, there's going to be people who do you get your nose, but
Mhm.
if you're good at what you do and you're good on your sales calls and you have a really good product and you have good content, um, it doesn't matter. Like the leads are what you make of it. That's my personal opinion. Obviously, you got to qualify them with your ads. But here's the thing: if you have an ad talking to successful people, there could be someone who thinks that they're successful, but so if you're good at what you do, man, all leads are quality. That's literally what it comes down to.
Mhm.
And this is one thing I'm going to give the organic grind for the last 3 years a little bit of credit, because it built my foundation of being really fucking good at content, being really good at sales, and like, so I do give credit to that.
Mhm.
It's not just, hey, you're gonna make a bunch of money from ads. You have to be good at what you do. And
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Yeah. It's funny you say that because I was talking to a client the other day on a call and I was like, dude, you know what? Like every single one of my clients has gone through a bunch of other programs first. And that's very important. And that's part of the reason why like I don't work with total beginners anymore, is because there's just like so much more that they need to learn. There's so much, like they need to learn how to sell, they need to learn how to make an offer, how to make content, how to show up on camera, like stuff like that. And so going through the other stuff is actually it actually helps me and helps my clients go through the program and get results quicker when they do have that foundation. It's not a requirement for sure, obviously, but it does speed things up a little bit, right? Because the stronger the foundation, like the wider your pyramid, the wider the base, the taller your pyramid. And so yeah, being stuck in the trenches for a long time is actually a blessing in disguise
It
at the end of
is. And I really quick just want to touch on something. Don't know if you're going to ask about it, but inside of the Summit community is a bunch of fucking killers, man. Like, and everybody wants to see everybody win. It's literally just like leverage. Like everyone's providing leverage, because they've been there, done that, organic. And so like it doesn't feel like some who like rah community just to keep us in there. It's literally like fucking value from everybody. So many killers, man. And it's being surrounded by that is fucking so valuable, because I'm gonna be honest, man.
Mhm.
Um, I have like in my organic groups, right? And I'm not like, I don't want to say names, I don't want to bash on anybody,
Yeah.
but they sell to you like, hey, this is one level up, right? So we're gonna teach you more ways to make money, and this is for like more advanced coaches. But then you have these people in there asking about a basic like agreement or like some like basic thing. It's like, okay, your spots weren't that limited. This isn't as advanced as you said it was. There's people who literally you signed off the street to come to this mastermind. And to me, it felt like that's not where I need to be. So being surrounded by like fucking killers, man, it's crazy how much of a difference it makes. Yeah, I just wanted to touch on that because that has been a huge difference for me.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'll tell you one thing, man, like from my side too, just seeing the wins channel pop off like 10 times a day, every single day. It's
Yeah.
just it's so sick. And even while we've been on this call over the last 20 minutes, there's been three new wins just in the last 20 minutes. Which
That's
is which is hilarious. And
yeah, no, it's a goal for me to go into the win section. Like right, like dude, I'm
yeah.
like someone pays and I literally go straight to the wins. I'm like paid in full.
Love that. Speaking of that too, how much are you charging? What's that look like? And do you have plans on keeping it the same, increasing it? Like what's next for you?
So my paid in full for a 1 year program right now is 3,500. For a 6 month is 24, and then for my 4 month program it's 1,750. Now the way that I pitch is like super unique. The way that I do it. So I pitched for the 4 month program at 1,750.
Mhm.
It's bro, like I said, my closing percentage is like almost 90%. Like it's very high.
Wow.
And my plans going forward is to test the price that I can increase it to. And then I do want to just see how that goes, man. I want to see how that goes. And then obviously plans going forward is to like hire closers.
Yeah.
um, but here's the thing, that's where I do got to release control, because that's my sales calls. Like it's one thing that I'm good at, really good at. So
Yeah. I think you and I are in the same boat there, to be honest with you. Like we're actually at a very similar level, very similar stage in terms of like what the business looks like.
Yeah.
Great content, got an appointment setter plugged in, ads are cranking, and we're taking the sales calls and signing people up. But like you said, your closing rate's 90%, mine's 80%. So it's like it's hard to let go of that for sure. And but that's also like new levels, new devils. That's one of those things that we will have to get
For
to
sure, man.
eventually and whatnot. But I do think there's still a little bit of more leverage that we can add to the process. Like, for example, hiring like a CSM or like a coach or something like that to help you with the
100%.
fulfillment side. So then you can spend more time on sales calls, which is like what you're really damn good at. Then like that's a really easy kind of lever to pull there, right?
Can I really quick mention something where
Yeah.
none of the stuff that we're talking about is feels obtainable. It never felt obtainable before, right? The editor, the setter, like the any of this, any scaling because of the lack of income, because you didn't know if you could consistently pay them, right? Right now,
Yeah.
I know that I can consistently pay my editor, right? I know, like for me, I want my setter to get paid, so I look forward to paying that motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
And then as like a shadow coach or somebody to actually focus on the success of my clients, I'm like I know that I can pay them because I just the leads, man. The what we do here. I legit like I actually get emotional about it because like this is like this has changed my family's life. I have 3 kids. Like, not knowing like how the next month is gonna go, like that's fucking tough. And so coming here, like literally, man, 30K in a fucking month, basically. And that is just the fucking beginning. Like that is just the beginning. And it's just like actually life changing. And I am somebody who has hired some shitty ass mentors. I've always thought that there was a way. If I hired the right person, I was like, I just need to know what I'm doing wrong. Like how I'll do whatever it fucking takes. And man, like I wish I could just preach to everybody like there's been nobody that I've met that makes it as simple and as like gives you as much fucking value as Jeremy's program. And like that's not even, I'm not blowing smoke up his ass or anything like that. I have talked to like 10 different coaches that I know, and I'm like, you are an idiot if you do not do this. Like, and it's just like it's crazy because yeah. So all of that stuff, the scaling's so obtainable now because that I know more money is coming and I work my ass off for it. So
Damn right
yeah.
you did, brother. I remember on our sales call too. Like you kind of telling me I don't want to say like the graveness of your situation, but like the fact like you had a family and everything like that. I could tell like the decision to pull the trigger was like one that you didn't take lightly at all because there's a lot of weight behind it, right? Um, Walk me through that kind of like thought process because you've gone through other programs, you've worked with other coaches, and a lot of them were dog shit. What was different in terms of like from the other side? Obviously now we can see it because you're in the program and stuff like that. You've gone through, you've done the things, you've got incredible results. But like beforehand, I'd imagine there was a lot of like hesitancy and like skepticism and stuff like that too, no?
I mean, yeah, dude, everyone tells you the same shit. And it's like you look for that missing piece. And I think every coach is like thinks about, hey, what like ads, like it makes sense, right? And then you hire these coaches that are like, hey, we'll get you to 20,000, 30,000 a month, but then they tell you the same shit. Or like post more, send more DMs. Um, and it's just see like your stories, your posts, like post a ton of polls, which CTAs are valuable, but like call to actions right now are a different ball game than they used to be because of the leads, because of the way that I post my stories just like you. I literally post social proof every fucking day. I post like one or and I talked to Daniel, who's like he's just a fucking G, and he talks about like routine and all of that. That stuff matters. And so you simplify it. You don't need to document your motherfucking life as these organic coaches tell you. You don't need to like post a million stories. You need to post value. You need to make it simple, just like you made it simple for us. And do you have to go post 2 times a day and go send more cold DMs? No. Don't know why that's a fucking thing, but I hope every person out here sees this and knows that that's what it's like. And yes, man, it was a fucking tough choice because of like because of where I was at, man. Can I tell you something, bro? In December, in December, I had $1,011 in my bank. And
Oh.
I had to pay my rent like a week early because that might have gone. Like that might have been gone. In January, $30,000 later, like this is an actual story. Like I had $11 in my bank account when I paid my January rent, and now there's a lot more. Like it's nuts.
Wow, man. I'm so fucking proud of you. Like seriously.
I
And,
appreciate it, man.
yeah.
Yeah. I
What are
mean,
you
dude,
aiming?
you go.
Oh, I was just gonna ask, like, what are you aiming for now? Like over the next 12 months? Because I'd imagine I know, like for myself too, it's sometimes hard to answer that question because things can change so quickly. Where it's like, man, like if you asked me that 2 months ago, I wouldn't have even like dreamed I'd be at where I'm at right now, right? But like I'd imagine you've got like seeing the results that you've gotten now has probably expanded your vision of what's possible for your business, for how you want to spend your time as the entrepreneur as well. What is that like? Like, what kind of vision do you have for your like your life, your business, and everything like that over the next like 6 to 12 months?
Yeah, and so this is like the actual God honest truth. And you can cut this out. I don't know if this is like I'm not trying to cross boundaries or anything, but my actual vision and I've definitely planned it out is to create kind of take myself out of my fitness coaching business and like this and this is why I say you can cut this out because bro, I've seen how this shit changes lives, and like, like I said, like I don't know if this is right or wrong. I'm not trying to like step on your toes or anything. You like literally cut
Hey,
it out.
go for
Um,
it.
but I really do want to share the fucking power of this with the world, um, and give people what you gave me, man. And like that is, I just because of the how much it's done for me in fucking 2 months, man. I do want to give that back. And that's like a long-term, like 2025 plan. I need to take myself out of my business. With how things are going, man, I think that's really, really, really possible. Um, and yeah, that's the goal, man, because this shit's powerful, bro. And it's not like crazy magic or anything, man. It's simple. It takes someone who's very smart, and the only way to get smart is to learn from smart people, and you've learned from some of the best. And I mean, dude, that's really it. That's fucking it.
I love that, man. Yeah, it's funny. Like when you say that, I actually get really excited because I know the level of impact you're going to have, and I know the lives that you're going to change too. And also, like people are going to resonate with you for different reasons they resonate with me, right?
For
So
sure.
it's like that side of things. Like I really like it doesn't phase me at all because I know
Okay.
like there's just so many guys out there that were like you or like me a few years ago who were just doing organic, sending outreach every single day, just getting shut down. And even like on sales calls, yeah, you'd book in some sales calls, but then like they didn't know like or trust me. And I just get like my closing rate was awful. I just get
For
absolutely shut
sure.
down. But then like with ads and stuff like that, it's like they're coming to you because we're calling them out very specifically. So we're only getting the right people come in who have money, who have a pain, and are actively looking to solve that right now. So then like the closing rate just skyrockets. And when you've really got everything dialed in with your messaging, your positioning, and it's reflecting your content, you got the sales assets behind you too. It's like game over. So
It's
it's
actually game over. Like that's the way to
yeah,
put it. It's game over. It changes your life. It's like I said, it's gonna be here for a long time. Like it's not like you need a um like it's not like a trend, right?
yeah.
Ads have been around for a very long time. You literally just have to do it and learn how to do it properly. Learn how to speak to your like to the right people who have money, who like who you want to
Mhm.
coach, right? Who you want to help. Because I make sure like and I test ads, and that's something that you help me understand is like testing ads. Like, I have an ad that talks to like people who are already tracking their macros because I don't want to start like I don't want to hold someone's hand tracking macros. So I get someone who come in and they're like, yeah, I've been tracking my macros, but I'm still not seeing results. Bingo, that's the ideal client right there. Now, will I still coach someone who doesn't track their macros? Yes, but it's a lot more, hand holding, and we want to work with. We have an ideal client who we like to work with.
Yeah. And now you got a way to just get those people coming to you every single day, which is amazing.
Every day, like literally every day.
Hmm. I love it.
One, like, it would go from like one follow a week for me, like one new follow, to now it's literally 50 new followers a day for me. I've literally gained almost I've gained about 12 to 1500 followers in the last month and a half,
Hmm.
which is pretty crazy, man. Like,
Wow.
it's pretty damn crazy because those followers, dude, those are seeds. Like, those are seeds that you have if you structure the proper VSL, you do everything Jeremy says, like, that's just an investment to, 5 months, 6 months from now. Um, so yeah, they all matter.
Your retirement fund. That's the way I
So
look
it's a
at
retirement fund, baby. Yes, sir.
it.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Well, sweet man. We'll wrap things up shortly because I don't want to keep you too long. I know you got a busy day of calls.
Do.
Today, and
Yep.
so do I. So, that said, like, what advice would you give somebody who was in your shoes? So, let's say like Nick from 2 months ago. Like, what would you tell them? What do they need to do to start seeing results in their business?
Man, my advice would be that there is a way. Your hard work is gonna pay off. You just gotta find the right person to help you. You gotta find the right driver, right? And for someone to get you to point A to point B, you really can't do it by yourself. So, although organic teaches you, organic is not the right driver for that. It's Jeremy. So yeah, man, that's it. That's plain and simple. There is a way. You are not stuck. You might be feeling like you want to quit your job. You might feel like that it's not for you, that you should just go work a 9 to 5, which is what I want, bro. I can't tell you how many times I said I just want to work a 9 to 5 because I feel so sick not knowing how this next month is going to be. And um that fuck that. There's a way, and just got to find the right driver.
Amazing. Anything else you'd like to share with the audience? Any other piece of advice, anything like that, or that pretty much sums it up?
I mean, that sums it up, man. This shit's life changing, and I don't say that lightly. Like, this man changed my fucking life, and I am forever, like, and I don't know if you want me to, like, I am indebted to you because, like, and dude, it's not like you didn't do anything fucking crazy, like, you didn't do anything crazy.
Yeah,
You provide value, you make it simple, and you show up, like, and the value part, I mean, it's insane. So I just appreciate you, man, and I hope you know that you are like a fucking good dude. You're not Listen, bro, you make a shit ton of money, right? And that's great. Most people who make a lot of money, it's just about, like, it's just more and more and more. um you care about your people, like, it's fucking, and it's very obvious. So I think that's the cool part.
I really appreciate that, man. And thank you so much for coming on here today, Nick. It's
Yeah, man.
been such an
Thanks
awesome
for having me.
conversation. And yeah, I look forward to the next one too. Now we
For
have
sure, bro.
months out because if the next few months are anything like the last couple months, things are gonna be looking a lot different around here too. So
Yes,
that's
sir. It's
awesome.
gonna be
But
crazy. And we got a little trip to Hawaii coming up soon, a little March. So that's gonna be good.
oh, we sure do. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun there.
All right.
That's
Cool, man.
awesome. Well,
Cool.
appreciate you, Nick. That said, if you guys, if you're watching this and you're a coach, you're just tired of being stuck where you're at, you wanted to scale, you're doing at least 5K a month, you got the foundation set, you just need more people to sell to and proper systems and foundations and everything else that we talked about today. Booking a call down below is link in the description. Bring your credit card, and we'll get you signed up on that call. So appreciate you, Nick. And
Appreciate you, bro.
yeah, we'll chat soon.
See you, man.